السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون. صدق الله العظيم. وقال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد في شان حبيبه: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Hazrat, inshallah, today we'll be continuing the topic we started last week, answers to your fiqhi questions. Fiqhi questions, doctrine or jurisprudence, or any question what you ask about sciences. Fiqh means science. Science of, science is in every field. There is a science in law. There is science in in a doctor's job. There is science in this job as well. Like you can, once you've done Darsan Nizami, you become an alim deen. But Darsan Nizami itself, scholar says nothing. Yeah, you know a little bit knowledge of deen, but that doesn't mean you have become something or someone. Yeah, now doors are open what you want to become. You want to become muhaddith? Go towards hadith. You want to become mufassir? Go towards Quran tafsir. You want to become faqih, mufti? Now go towards ifta. That's what we are doing at the moment. Ifta class in our class, because we finished Darsan Nizami 10 years and now alhamdulillah we're doing ifta, which is doctrine. Knowing about the sciences of what breaks your wuzu, knowing about the sciences of what breaks your tawaf, and this knowledge is the best knowledge. And fiqh, ummul ulum, fiqh is the mother of all the knowledges. But let's say you are very good in reading namaz. You never leave namaz. Every year you're going for hajj. Every year you're going for umrah. Every year, month of Ramadan comes, you're fasting. Every year you're paying zakat, nafli zakat as well, every zakat. But you don't even know how to pay zakat. These sciences come there. You give zakat to a rich person, you don't even know who to give zakat, how to give zakat, when to give zakat. All zakat is going to waste. You're going to hajj, very pious person, but you're doing all hajj wrong. The hajj is not accepted. You're doing namaz, but you don't even know how to read namaz. How loud you have to read, how low you have to read. And if you read loud, what you need to do? You have to do sajda sahab. Do you know how to do sajda sahab? When to do sajda sahab? What things misses in namaz and you have to do sajda sahab? All these are sciences of our sharia. If you don't know the sciences, which is ummul ulum, then everything goes to waste. That's the reason Rasulullah says, talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslimin wal muslimah. Learning this knowledge, fiqh, is fard is upon every single Muslim, obligatory upon every Muslim. On the day of judgment, you will be questioned, how come you never learned this knowledge? Just like reading namaz is fard, learning this knowledge is fard as well. Before your children are getting married, it is your responsibility. Teach them what wording you say and talaq takes place. Husbands and wives have come to me. They have given talaq 10 years ago, 10 years ago, and they're still living together because they didn't even know. They said, oh, we thought by verbally saying talaq doesn't take place, you have to write down. Or some have come to me, they thought by writing it down, talaq doesn't take place. By verbally saying that talaq takes place. 10 years ago. And after that, children are born as well. That child is waladul haram, waladul zina. Basically, you both are basically in Islam, not husband and wife, you are brother and sister basically. In Islam, everyone's brother and sister, unless you go married to the person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to truly learn the knowledge of Islam. Ameen. So, I'll go to the question. What is the ruling about Chaliswan? What Islam says about Chaliswan, Satwan, Tijja, Salana? All every Thursday we do Khatam for deceased person. So what is Tijja? For the youngsters, I tell you, Tijja is basically when someone passes away. Third day we do Qul. Qul basically everyone comes gathered in a masjid or in someone's house, then they read tasbihat for the person, or Qul Sharif for the person, or they read Quran for the person, anything which gives him sawab and which can be means for him, for his forgiveness, and make his ranks go more higher in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's Tija. Then some say Chotha, some say Satwa, 7th day they sit down. Chotha is a numbering, it's number, 4th, 3rd, 7th, then 40th. Chaliswa is 40th day, everyone comes together and then they read. And then Salana, every year for that deceased person, we arrange some gathering and then people come, they read. And then family, they prepare food for them. And then some people, they do every Thursday. Someone passes away, then every Thursday for next, I think 5 Thursdays or 7 Thursdays or 3 Thursdays, depending on whatever they want to do. They keep, bringing their family members or people to their house and they read for the deceased person. What is the ruling about this? Islam, what Islam says about it is fard, wajib, sunnah. It is not fard, it is not wajib. Means if you don't do it, it's not sinful act. You don't have to do it. If someone says you have to do it, he's becoming sinful. But there are only 2 things in our Sharia have to. Remember, there are only 2 things you have to do it. One is fard, one is wajib. Yeah, sunnat-e-muqtada comes as well, but in some conditions you can leave sunnat-e-muqtada as well when time is very tight. But normally, have to, fard and wajib. And they are only proven, these 2 things, from qati'u sabut wa qati'u dalil. The only one rule can prove these rulings, qati'u dalil wa qati'u sabut. That is Quran and ahadith mutawatira, the highest rank of hadith, mutawatira. And these all things are not proven from Quran, these are not proven from hadith mutawatira. Now, can you do it then? Yes, you can. Why? Because no one says you should not be doing that, because reading Quran is sawab anyway. So you can call people, read for that person, is getting sawab. But the person who asked me this question, sister, she said, in my house, my father got cancer, we're going through trouble, and my family members, the other members, they are forcing us to do tadistija, chotha, chalisma. I got no time to cook food. I got no time to do all these arrangements, everything. But we siblings are sitting down. We are, making some arrangements, and we are reading for our father or our father-in-law, whoever passed away in Pakistan. Is that not enough? I said, of course it's enough. Even on the lesson, you don't even read anything. Still, you're not sinful. But you are at least reading. And those people who are going to come, let me tell you, when is mustahab? It is mustahab at that time when people are actually coming to read. And you know when people come, how much they read. And you know how much family people they read. And you probably have experienced people who come to read, they're sitting there talking, and the family member, they're too busy cooking food. What power are you giving to the person? अपनी गप्पा मारने में से टाइम चलाए, दिल ਨੂੰ तसल्ली देने में से, चलो जी ठीक है, काम चले तो चले. Toucher basically drama bazi, just to make yourself happy. There's no point doing that. Then it's not even mustahab. Doing that. Right? Best way is sit down, some family members, and read whatever you want to read to the person. Best people are the children. Children are busy running around. Bring a naan laya ji, tu rotiyan laya, tu handi paka laya. Children who's supposed to be sadaqah jariyah for the person who passed away, they're running around. Tu lemon jam tu naan laya ke aayi, phone te 3 labden. Utho kol nahi jana. So he's busy running around. Those who come from outside, they don't want to read anyway. They only came to show you face. I'll tell you one thing. If we don't go, what the people will say. That's the only reason they came. I'll tell you reality. That's the only reason. If you call them, you don't go. That's why happens. Because we are going. And even though he doesn't even know how to read Quran. Probably he's not even in wuzu. Again, sciences come. Are you in wuzu to hold Quran? Do you know the tajweed, rulings, Quran? And he's reading everything wrong. The best way is siblings, they sit down and they read Quran. Another ruling. All that money you're going to spend making food and all that stuff, why don't you just give that sadaqah jariyah? The best way, our scholar says, of giving thawab to the deceased person is make someone alim-e-deen. You make someone an alim-e-deen, believe me, the thawab goes to that person. All like that sadaqah jariyah never stops. You put fan in the masjid or heater or let's say AC or anything in masjid, carpet. After a few years, they're going to take the carpet off, your sadaqah finish. Fan is gone, your sadaqah finish. Everything finished. But when you make someone alim-e-deen, what's going to happen? The alim-e-deen never finish. Yeah, if he's going to do some job. That is becoming alim-e-deen, that is doing taxi now. No, I can't do. Yeah, I'm not saying doing taxi or any other job. I'm always in this favor. Alim-e-deen hufaz who are serving masjid, you must do another job. Never depend on masjid. Never depend on the job. Because it's not 100% the job is there. Maybe tomorrow they find someone else. And then, Assalamu alaikum. No. Always have another job with you. Yeah, but the thing is, you only have that job. No, Imam Sahib, I don't want to do this job. So why did you learn all the knowledge? Why did you spend all the 8 years, 10 years doing hifz and doing all the alim-e-deen if you're not going to, convey the knowledge of deen? That was the reason of you becoming an alim-e-deen. So make someone alim deen who's going to do some job, aqalmand banda, a very smart person, go to some madrasa and ask them, I want to pay for this person, behalf of the person, and pay for all his scholarship. When he's going to become an alim deen, he will make more alim deen. Then they will make more alim deen. Then they will make more alim deen. The sawab never stops. Now those third generation of alim deen who came, they don't even know who made the first person alim deen. They don't even know. They're not making dua for him. But whenever they're going to make speech or lead namaz or do Jummah, automatically the swab will go to that person who the swab was done for. So this is the best way of doing that. Talisma, Tija, Satma, all these things are mustahab if people come to do something. If they're not doing it, it's not even mustahab. Siblings, the best way siblings they do and make food and whatever you want to do, that's fine, that's okay. Achha, next one is when visiting family members. So these are the normal questions, I think I mentioned the last time as well. These are the questions that people normally send me in a daily routine. So when visiting family members, can male and female cousins sit together close to each other? Now when you go and visit your families, best way is female should in separate room and male should sit in separate room. That's the best way. But let's say you cannot accommodate all these people and they have to sit in one room, still is fine. But just make sure ladies are sitting on one side of the room and male are sitting on the other side of the room, right? And ladies, when they go, or the girls when they go, they cover themselves properly. If in that house there are any non-mahram, if there are any non-mahram, then they go and cover themselves properly. Sit in one side of the room, they sit on one other side of the room. It's not like they sit together on one sofa or one chair, some chair next to each other. Yeah, they're sitting on that side, they're sitting on that side, then it's fine. Now it is male responsibility. You cannot put everything on female. Female have to do this, female have to do this, female have to do this. Now, male responsibility, lower your gaze. It's male responsibility that you don't look at your sisters. It's your responsibility as well. No matter why she was sitting there. Or she basically alwa samne piya to khani khana hunu. Plate ik chamach lazim marni hai. Tusi apni akka thala kar lo. Don't you control on yourself. And some, I've seen some scholars, they say, if male, non-mahram male is coming to your house and you're working in a kitchen, even though it's hot, you have to cover yourself. Some good scholars, they say, today, you understand today, something. No, you don't have to. Yeah, if you do, alhamdulillah, but it's hot in the kitchen. And there she's covering herself. In your house, if you're in your house, try to cover yourself if you can, but if you cannot, that's fine. You stay in your kitchen. Yeah, when non-mahram comes, you go on the side. And when the non-mahram are coming in, they should not be looking towards kitchen. But it's your job, isn't it? Give some responsibility to male as well, that you lower your gaze. So this, all these rulings when applies, then you can go to someone's house and you can sit down in one room separately. Next one is, do women need a mahram to travel inside the radius of 92 kilometers around her house? So you're living, let's say, in Longside, and the 92 kilometers inside 92 kilometers, which is 57.5 miles. Does woman need a mahram to go to town, go to, let's say, for shopping or school, or let's say her daughter's coming to madrasa, become adult, and they coming to madrasa, or they interact with, let's say, to head teacher, giving tests, or they're going to uni, then they go to teacher's head office or something, do their doctor's appointment or any other appointment. Do they need to have mahram all the time with them? They're going Asda or wherever they are going, and then male is standing there and you're dealing with male. You need mahram? No, you don't need mahram to travel inside the radius of 92 kilometers. That's the reason our scholar says that mahram is not condition for Hajj. Mahram is condition for traveling towards Hajj. So if anyone who's living in Makkah Sharif and within 92 kilometer radius you can finish your Hajj, then woman can go on her own. No problem. Traveling, which is going outside the 92 kilometers from her house, then you'd require a male. Yeah, another one. If someone, some girl or someone, adult girl, she's going to live to that destination overnight, which is 92 kilometers or 57.5 miles away from her house, she's going to stay there for overnight. She requires a mahram. She cannot just go there and stay overnight. Like, let's say your daughter has gone overseas for study. She needs a mahram there. She needs a mahram there, otherwise she cannot stay there. So this is a condition very important. Yeah, our scholars, some they say, I've mentioned that many times as well, if someone traveling to London or something, then our scholars say, chalo, theek hai, that's fine. Mahram can go up to airport or train station, drop her off, and then she can travel on her own. and then other side on the airport or on the train station, another mahram is there to receive her, then it's fine, then it's okay. But when woman is traveling inside the 92-kilometer radius, then she only needs permission from her protector. If she is not married, then from her father, and if she is married, then from her husband. If father says you can't go and husband says you can go, you have to take word of husband, because husband becomes your wali now. He is wali. Before your father was wali, now your husband is wali. Or your husband says, your father says you go, you have to listen to me, and husband says no, you have to take words of your husband. You cannot listen to your father or you'll become gunegar, you'll become sinful. So within radius of 92 kilometers, you're going appointments everywhere, and your husband says that's fine, you can go, and he trusts you, then fine, you can travel, you can do all those things. Right, that was a question from a brother. He said, can I work as a bouncer in nightclubs? Bouncer basically security guard, night shifts is doing that. Can I work as a bouncer, as a night security guard in nightclubs, pubs, where of course alcohol is served, and will the income be classed as haram or halal? What is the ruling? Now remember the ruling. If the places you're working, wherever you're working, and haram is taking place there, like serving alcohol and all alcohol is, and haram is taking place there. Now you have no direct involvement with that haram. Like you are not selling alcohol, you are not picking alcohol, you are not dropping it, you are not serving it, you have no direct involvement with that. Then working at these kind of places is, you can say makruh. Makruh is disliked. You should not be working there. Because at the end of the day, it's not a good place to work. Now then another ruling is, if your involvement is directly with that haram stuff, like you are picking the alcohol up, or either you are serving or picking up or dropping, then it is haram for you to work at those places. Now in first condition, where your direct involvement is not with haram and you're only security guard there, your job is to protect the premises, the fight doesn't happen, or you have to jump in to finish the fight and drag the people out, so you have got nothing to do with alcohol. You're only there to protect premises. That's all your job is, not alcohol or anything. That's all your job is, not serving alcohol and doing haram. Then your income will be less than maximum if someone says it's going to be makruh, but not haram, disliked. But in second condition, where your involvement is with haram, then your income will be haram as well. So it's going to be haram. You cannot work at these kind of places if your involvement is with haram. So security guard working at these places, it can work. It can work. And same condition applies as people ask, can I work in bank? Can I work as an accountant? Any job you want to do, if your involvement is not directly with haram, like you're working as a cashier in bank, and you are not encouraging people to take interest, or you got nothing to do with interest, advising people, mortgage and all that stuff, and you're only a cashier, you go, you work 9 to 5 and then you come home, job is halal, that's fine, that's okay. Maximum someone can say, says makruh tanzihi, not tahrimi, makruh tanzihi. It's disliked because his involvement is nothing to do with the haram stuff. But if he's giving mortgage advising, and that he's advising mortgage, take mortgage or take haram and all that stuff, then of course income will be haram. Assalamu alaikum Imam Sahab, I've been offered a job to work at McDonald's, but because part of that product they sell is haram and the other part is halal, is it permissible to work there? Jazakallah khair. Right, working in McDonald's. Now there are two opinions of our scholars. They say just like selling alcohol is haram, selling haram meat is haram as well. That's one opinion, scholars. Just like selling alcohol is haram, selling haram meat is haram as well. So they say it is haram, you cannot work. But our scholars, advanced scholars, today's same fatwa my Ustadji gives as well, and many other scholars they give fatwa. Said no, you cannot apply same rulings upon haram meat as well. Why? Because haram meat's hurmat is coming directly from hadith, from Quran, and it's very strict hurmat. But meat hurmat, haram meat hurmat, that's not coming. Yeah, maybe some ulama they're doing qiyas on this, on this hadith that because alcohol is haram, that's the Rasulullah saying. So haram meat is haram, we have to put this same condition there as well. Our scholar says no, don't make people's life hell here. That's the reason I always ask, whenever you ask masla from that area's mufti, from that country's mufti who knows what's going on in that country. Like a person came from another country to Imam Malik. Now, Imam Malik is well known that he never left Medina because he heard the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that try your best to die in Medina Sharif. Try your best to die in Medina Sharif because I will do shafa'at of Medina people first. So he said, I'm not going out from Medina, I want to die here. He only left Medina once when he went for Hajj, and he only did one Hajj. Went for Hajj, and he came back. He never left Medina. So he doesn't know what's going on around the world. At that time, of course, no phone or anything. So someone came from the different country with 40 masail, 40 questions. And different people, they gave questions. Because going to meet Imam Malik, so make sure you ask him these masail. So he came and he said, Imam Malik, this masala, this masala, this masala, this masala. He presented 40 masail, 40 questions in front of Imam Malik. Now, Imam Malik, who's Imam Malik? Imam of fiqh. He's Imam of fiqh, like Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Shafi, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. Imam Malik is one of them. He's fiqhi Imam, the master of fiqh. And he asked him 40 questions. You know how many answers he gave? He only gave 4 answers, and rest of the 36 questions he said, La adri. I don't know the answer of these questions. And the guy was like, yeah, Imam Malik, when I'm going to go back to my country, what am I going to say? Then I went to Imam Malik and he only gave me 4 answers. He said, tell you what you say. I tell you what you tell them. He said, you say to them, I went to Imam Malik, I asked him 40 questions, he gave me 4 answers, the rest of 36 he said, La adri. That's what you tell them. Straight. He said, just tell them, because I don't know what's happening in your country. I don't know how you people deal. I don't know how the bay or shara mamla takes place, buying and selling. I don't know how you people do it, because with the zamana, masail changed. So I don't know why you do it. So you go in your alaka and ask mas'ala from that mufti who knows how people are dealing with each other. So don't ask me these masail, because I don't know how you're dealing with that. So in this country, our scholars, advanced scholars, they say, if we put this mas'ala, that selling haram meat or delivering haram meat is haram, then anyone, Muslims are working in McDonald's, KFC, Asda, Sainsbury's, you name it, Deliveroo, all these Uber drivers, the Uber delivery, all of them, they have to leave their jobs. All of them, they have to leave their jobs because it's haram. Our scholar says, no, that's fine. It is makruh, you can say, maximum you can say it is makruh, makruh tanzihi, and let them do their job. Because directly, the hurmat is not coming for these, so make as much ease for people as much as you can. Yeah, if it's going against directly towards ahadith se mutawatira, because haram can only be proved from ahadith se mutawatira, the highest rank of hadith, and from nas se Qur'ani, from Quran nas. Like I mentioned at the start, qat'iyyu dalil wa qat'iyyu sabut. That's the only rule can prove something is halal or something is haram, and it is not proven directly from qat'iyyu dalil wa qat'iyyu sabut. So selling meat is okay. So you can work in any grocery shop or McDonald's or KFC if you got a job, as long as you are not selling alcohol. Alcohol would be haram. The deen king was. Well, anyway, rest of the question, inshallah, I think I will add these questions in next Jummah speech as well, because I'm getting good feedback. Because I'm me standing here. कदे तू लेट हो जाता, कदे तू आगे खलो जाता, खड़का ही ना होना नहीं. Right? So me standing here and talking about speech, giving you speech, you probably heard the speech many times, and you were like, यार लगे है, कोई कपड़े ना खेलने लगे है, कोई पता नहीं कितने गुम हो यार, यहाँ आंटी चांदी दी बड़े होना. So me talking and it's going on and on and on. There's no point. Give me your questions. Take my number. So when your questions are added here, other people can, उनको भी benefit मिलता जाएगा बंदे. So it can benefit others as well. So ask me questions, whatever question you have, whatever is happening in uni, college, whatever, wife, husband, or anything. You can ask me questions. I can add those questions here, like these questions on a daily basis. I've got these questions the last week, and I still have about 4 or 5 questions left. And inshallah, this week when I get more questions, I'll add those questions in, and I'll give you, inshallah, those answers next week, inshallah. So same, topic will continue next week as well. Jazakallahu khair, wa ma alayna illa al-balagul mubin.